So my daughter texted me yesterday and she said that Nana would like a rum cake for her birthday. She was given a rum cake at one of her dance events many years ago, and it was just a cherished memory for her. And I thought that was the sweetest thing. So we started thinking of where we can buy a rum cake. And then I started thinking, well, maybe it's something I can make. I love to bake. I don't do it enough. And I figured if it doesn't come out well, I'll have a little backup cake in case. So I went online, I found a lot of recipes for rum cake. Then I decided instead of just a regular rum, I'm going to pick up maybe a butterscotch rum or something that has a little sweetness to it because it is a birthday cake. And I just wanted it to be just zhuzhed up a bit or bring up a level of just being a little festive. I'm gonna make the rum glaze and I figured, why not? So let's head out. I'll come back to the kitchen, get everything all set to go, and hopefully you'll be seeing the whole process either sped up or bits and pieces, all right? So let's go. I'm going to show a few homes that I passed during my drive to and from Tully Farms in Dunstable, Mass, including a couple homes that we looked at prior to purchasing our current home. And also when we go through Amherst, New Hampshire later, I will show you another home that we looked at. So while we're driving here, I want to share with you 3 homes. This white home that's coming up, I did tour the inside of it when we were house hunting previous to our home. And inside it was a great layout, but it really needed work in every single room. And we weren't looking for that, but the barn, it was great. This home, which is right next door, would have been perfect. It already had a retail store, a design studio on site. Everything was done inside, but it came on the market just after we purchased our home. And the home I'm going to show you next was on the market. It had a for sale sign on it, but it had a homeowner, I think he was in Florida, he wasn't returning calls. A local business said that they didn't think he really wanted to sell even though it was vacant, so I moved on. And at this point, I don't know if it's lived in or not yet. All right, we're going to walk around Amherst, New Hampshire a bit later, but first, let's make a butterscotch rum cake. So this is what happened, and I'm not sure if I'm reflecting here, so I'm going to take my glasses off at least at this point. I went to get buttermilk, forgot that they did not have buttermilk at the dairy. I made my own last time, so I picked this up. I was going to make my own butter and my own buttermilk for this recipe in case I didn't find any. I was not looking forward to adding the time to my day, but I was prepared. Luckily, I did find some buttermilk. This is Kate's and it's out of Maine, which I loved being able to find that. And I have used their butter before, but never the buttermilk. And then I forgot to get cake flour, which it calls for. But I have my regular flour here. I'm just going to do some substituting of cornstarch, and I'll give you the ingredients of how you swap that out. So I'll be able to work with this King Arthur's Another New England brand, I like that. And speaking of another New England brand, I have some Privateer rum here. This is made in Ipswich, Mass. It was made right down the street from where I used to live, and they were one of our sponsors when we had the magazine. So I got some of this, and I thought there was butterscotch rum. I did not find any. So what I did is I have some butterscotch schnapps. I might add a little bit to the rum for the correct mixture just to see how it tastes. I might have to do a taste test here. Darn it. Don't think I've mentioned, or probably have in the past, is I used to mix a lot of drinks for clients. I'd make custom cocktails. So I hope to do that more as well. I have one that is specifically for Valentine's Day. It uses passion fruit liqueur, and I hope to have that maybe for next week's video. I'll show you how to make that, because then you can make it for yourself, for a guy, or a galentine's if you're just getting the gals together. I thought that would be fun. All right, so I'm going to put all this away. I ended up getting some burger and some rolls and some, let's see, I got some delicious bread here for when I make my bread pudding. I'm gonna try theirs. This is a cinnamon raisin. That's from the bakery, I'm sorry, from the dairy also. So I'm gonna put this away. I'm going to put everything out that I need to start this recipe, and then we'll start baking, all right? Get these in the freezer. So I'm going to test out my idea right now. Let's try the butterscotch schnapps first. Oh, that's sweet, and that's good. Wow, no wonder my mom sips this. She has it on ice sometimes. Oh, that's yummy. See if my hair stands up on this one. Oh, I think I'm gonna leave this aside right here. I'm gonna have to sip that while I'm cooking. Twist my arm. All right, now I'm gonna get everything all ready. Yum. All right, I'm most likely gonna make a mess here, but if you don't have cake flour, what you can do is you add cornstarch to it. So for every cup of flour, what you would do is, let me do this with you. For every cup of flour, you do a level cup, and you take out 2 tablespoons of that, put it right back in your bag. And then you replace those 2 tablespoons of flour with cornstarch. Now with this, you want to incorporate it really well. I'm going to be sifting it together. You could put it in one of these and shake it through, or one of those. So I think I'm just going to put it in here and try to incorporate it, and then I'll mix it again in the bowl. Could I have used a bigger bowl for underneath? Absolutely. Ask me why I didn't. I have no idea. I have one right behind me. All right, so I have this nice mixture of now my cake flour. I want to make sure that I'm getting this all combined. And you know what? You're not baking in the kitchen unless you make a mess. And I make usually very big messes. I'm trying to keep it clean today. When I did those 42 tips that my mother gave me, somebody mentioned about how theirs clean up as you go as you cook, and that is definitely something I like to do as well. I take things out, prep them, put them away, but sometimes it can get ahead of you. It can get inside the weeds and just takes over. All right. Whisk together, I have my melted butter, buttermilk. Where's my buttermilk? So my rum. And the yolks. I wish you could smell this. If you like the smell of butterscotch and butter and rum, oh, it's heavenly. All right, so that's done. Now I have to do my egg whites. let's just say I'm a little afraid. Everything's gone so well. Okay, everybody, I'm holding my breath. Yay. I'm so happy. As I mentioned earlier, I took a very short walking tour in Amherst Village. It's part of Amherst, New Hampshire, which the town was incorporated in 1760. And this village has a lot of old homes surrounding a common, and then there's some side streets that also are full of beautiful old homes. We actually toured the house here that I'm going to zoom in on. We liked the home, but it had a shared driveway, so we knew that wasn't for us. And then we toured another home the same day during the open house, and somebody made an offer. We liked that home, but we missed out. This just happens to be one of the towns that we enjoy walking around, and we like the community. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for following along. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. This home and lifestyle channel is actually dedicated to those who enjoy fine living, no matter how simple or grand that may be. And hopefully I'm inspiring many of you to find your own version of fine living, whether it's reading a book, baking, cleaning your house, taking a road trip. That's what fine living is. And you don't have to live in New England to enjoy New England Fine Living's channel. For now, I will see you next Sunday. We will be posting again. We're going to take another road trip. We are going to probably bake something else here in the kitchen, and we're going to start some planning for spring gardening. All right, bye now.